guys, it's Kelly. I am back with my fourth layout that I created using the April main kit from my creative scrapbook, where I've been a guest designer for them for the month of April. And I just wanted to also take a second and let you know that if you are interested in that kit club, that I have put a link to them in the details below. And this layout, where I'm going right now and what I'm doing with it, is nothing at all how it turns out in the end. And I left this part in there because, I think sometimes people think that, pages just come together easily, and, some of my pages do, and some of them I feel like practically make themselves, and other times it's a bit of a struggle, and I'm okay with that. To me, it's a creative process, and I feel like I learn a lot when I'm in a layout that I'm struggling with a bit. And I like to see other people's process when they leave it in. So I decided to leave this part in so you could just see, what I was doing and how I end up fixing it, which in this case is taking it a completely different direction. So I've done a large photo corner before as like a grounding piece for the layout and a home for my photo, and I love it. And I thought that this paper would make a great photo corner. And I loved the words on it. It had great words, and I just, love the paper. And at this point, I even like the layout of what I have so far. I think that it was just not the right layout for the photo that I wanted to use. And this photo has been on my desk, and I really felt like this collection would be perfect for it. So that is why I didn't switch the photo, because I've been known to do that as well. When I'm starting on a layout and something's not quite right, I have been known to just pick another photo and things just seem to work better. So I'm taking the picture that I have and I'm mounting it on white cardstock. It's one of those things that I love doing. I feel like it really just makes the picture pop, and I am going to use a couple of these 4x4 cards as photo mats. I don't do a lot of pocket scrapbooking. I only do a December daily album with those size pages, and so for me, I use any of the cut aparts as either, paper layers or things that I can cut out and use for titles or fussy cutting, or even to die cut certain pieces like tags or things like that. So at this point, I'm just trying to get a few layers behind my photo, and I'm hoping that that will help me figure out what I need to do. If something's not working on one part of the layout, I try to go to something else and hope that by working on something else, either I'll have a different idea, or things will just kind of start falling together. So you can see I'm tapping my fingers. I'm trying to figure out, I'm just not quite liking it, and I'm even wondering if I should pop it on some darker paper. And it's pretty much at this point that I'm thinking, all right, I just need to walk away from the layout and come back to it and, just let it have some time away. And that usually works very well for me. So in just a second, you are going to see an appearance of my kitty, Juliet. She usually hangs out with me, but she doesn't usually get on my desk. And lately she's been crawling into my lap, and that's exactly what she did then. So I just, loved on her for a little bit and then just walked away. And so this is a different day. I come back to finish this layout, and I just take the background piece of paper away and just remove it from the equation. And when I put this yellow on, I really felt like the yellow polka dot was perfect. And it's one of those layouts or designs that I use quite often, especially if I'm having trouble with, the pattern paper is roughly 1/3 of the page, and it just makes good design principles, and it's a place that I can house the photo cluster and have some white space, and it just, for me, when I'm having a lot of bright colors that I'm using, I do like to have some white space. And as soon as I started with, going in this direction with the layout, I just felt like it was starting to make itself. So I decided to take some of the frames out, and I cut that black and white script one in half, and I'm using it as like another layer behind the photo, as a chipboard layer. And I like that. You don't necessarily know that it's a frame, but it just brings more depth to the page. And when I started doing that, it just like I said, had started coming together. So I decided to use that cute little kitty in the stripes, and just felt like that was, a sweet little accent for my daughter and her friend, that they were playing softball. They participated in a Halloween tournament, and for this tournament, they all dressed up, and teams, chose different things, and this year they chose to be Skittles. So it was really cute because, on the front they had like the S for the Skittles, and all the girls had different color t-shirts. But anyway, I was walking around, and Emily's friend put her arm around her, and they were just kind of singing and playing and having a good time. And I just snapped this photo real quick, and it's just been one of my favorites, because this to me is what I love about her softball. She's made so many friends and family with it that, it's the moments like this that I want to get documented. So back to the layout, I pulled out that chipboard camera and loved the way that it layered over top of the frame. And I just put a little piece of craft foam underneath the camera so that it wouldn't, go down in the frame, and it would set nicely. The letter stickers, I put just BFFs. They were from the sticker sheet, and I liked the pop of pink that it gave, and just felt like it helped repeat some of the bright colors, either, from the camera and also from the paper layers. And what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and add some black thread for another pop. I feel like you could see I'm looking at it right there, trying to figure out where I want it. And I just felt like that black thread would offer another bit of contrast to the layout. And, when I'm done with it, it just was one of my favorite things about the page. It just really made the title pop, and it also helped to anchor the frame and the camera in the upper right-hand corner. So at this point, I pause it, and I go and I do the stitching like I said, and I did some messy stitching just to add some more color to the page. If you don't do the zigzag and just do a straight stitching, you can see it, but when you add the zigzag to it, it brings more depth to it. And I just pulled out one of the word stickers that said, love this, and thought that was really cute and appropriate for it. And I added one of the enamel brads or to the center of the camera for the lens, and I thought that was cute, and it brought that stripes from the paper layer up to that camera as well. So this is pretty much it. I do have some close-ups, and just wanted to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Have a great day. Bye.